everybody. I'm Starla.
I'm Mik.
And we are
Our Family Plays Games. Yeah.
And welcome to our preview of Habitats.
Yes.
Published by BoardGameTables.com.
Yes.
And designed by Corné von Moorsel.
Now, family, we are in the motherland.
Yes, we are.
We are in Africa.
With all these beautiful animals.
Yes. Now, family, this is a Kickstarter that's going to happen on March 15th. Mm-hmm. Now, I just want to tell you, this was a prototype. Mm-hmm. So just let you know, hey, check it out, see what's going on, because don't take our word for it. Just do your research and see if you like the game. But now here's Starla to tell us an overview of this beautiful, beautiful game.
Zebras need grasslands, gorillas need forest, crocodiles need water, ants need desert, and warthogs need a little bit of everything. Your duty as a wildlife ranger on this preserve is to provide the habitats necessary for the animals in your African wildlife preserve to thrive. You will also be building watchtowers, access gates, campsites, and tourist spots to stand out as the best preserve in Africa. Yes. Such an interesting concept to the game.
And what I like about it is that an African American made the art. Her name is Dominique Ramsey, and she put together some beautiful art of the African landscape, of the different, habitats you're in.
Yes, whether it's desert or water, or forest, so it's the beautiful habitats.
Yeah, it's beautiful habitats, and grassland is in there, so it's really, really cool. And it's what's so good about it. It's a good family game.
It is a good family game.
Yes.
I mean, anyone can relate to the topic if you love animals, and even if you don't, you get a chance to look at where they live and how you're putting the habitats together. I really enjoyed the way that the tiles looked and the way they related to each other. And then the really cute thing is the Jeep.
Yeah,
you have a little Jeep.
You have a Jeep that drives around, kind of like the market where you kind of like get the tiles, because this is a tile laying game.
It's a tile laying game.
It's a tile laying game, and you get your tiles from this little market square that each player count goes. It goes from 2 to 5 players. The tiles are a little bit bigger, the like little tableau kind of tiles get a little bit bigger, but you drive your Jeep around to get tiles.
Yeah. Now I know this was a prototype, so some of the components are probably going to change.
And some things are going to be added in.
They're going to be added in and changed. But overall, the way the game works and the way you lay your tiles and the requirements thereof, I thought was really interesting.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So now Starla's going to tell us about the gameplay. So here we go.
The game is played over 3 years, and at the end of each year, you will score goals for that particular year. During the game, you will do 4 things: take, drive, draw, and lay. 1. Take a preserved tile from directly in front or on either side of your Jeep. 2. Drive your Jeep into the newly emptied space. 3. Draw a preserved tile from the bag and place it in the spot your Jeep just left. And 4, lay the preserved tile in your preserve. Always place a score marker on animal, gate, or camp tiles when you satisfy their scoring conditions to keep track of which tiles score. So that's kind of how you play the game.
Yes.
It's really easy to ramp up on this game because, they make it really simple. You're just doing 4 things.
But what's so crazy, you got to really work at it because you only have 3 rounds.
You have 3 years.
You have 3 years.
Yes.
And in those years, depending on player count, you have different, turns that you can do.
Yes.
We played a 2-player, and then that first year you had 10 turns.
Yes.
And then the second and third, you only had 7.
Yes.
So you had to really work. And you only have 4 things you have to do on your turn. You take a tile, you drive your little Jeep, because you can only take with your Jeep. your Jeep is facing one way, you can only take a tile in front of your Jeep or on the sides of your Jeep. You never can take a tile behind your Jeep. So after you take a tile, you drive, then you draw a new tile out to put behind your Jeep.
Yes.
And then you lay that tile that you have
in your habitat.
in your preserve.
I'm sorry, your preserve.
In your preserve.
You're creating a
habitats in your preserve.
That's right.
And you got to build these habitats because
for your animals.
Because the animals have requirements.
Yes.
Because they have to have like two grasslands, one water, and then maybe something else, a desert or something else. So you have to require, and you got to have them near these habitats in order to go.
Yeah. So in order to
score.
Yeah. So each animal has a different point on it, a point value. They have different requirements, and then when you fulfill those requirements, you put a little marker on that tile so that everyone knows that you've fulfilled the requirements of that particular animal.
And it's really a puzzle.
It is
because sometimes you can get the animal that you want to score, but you get an animal to help you because you have the animal in front, then you have that habitat behind it,
right?
Your terrain type. You have the terrain type behind it, and you're trying to place it where you can score another animal or just set that animal, the current tile you have, set it up for another score. Yeah. But sometimes it get kind of dicey because you might get one trapped and you can't score with it.
You have to accept that you may not score every animal.
Yeah, and they're just there to help you build a habitat.
Score someone else, or another tile.
Yes.
But you're not going to score every animal.
Yes.
But if you can use that animal's habitat to help score some other points. For example, when we played our game, there were animals that were like a 2-point animal, and I used that one to help me score a 5-point or 7-point. So sometimes you have to sacrifice.
And then you have flowers that help you out. Because sometimes animals only uses flowers to score. And then you have the tourist, the little camera that it helps you score too. So it's a lot of scoring opportunities.
Different ways for you to score.
You have the campsites, and then you have the gates where on certain sides you have to put a tile.
Yes.
So it's pretty cool. So I like that.
And then each year you have end of year goals that you're trying to reach. So there's so many things you have to think about.
Yes.
And I think that's why I think it's kind of gateway, but it kind of moves more
to
middleweight.
I think it's lightweight medium.
Yeah, it kind of goes into a middleweight game just because of all the things you have to think about.
But it's not hard.
No, it's not
hard. It's not hard. The rules are easy. I mean, it's just 4 things you got to do.
That's it.
And then you just got to make sure you pay attention to what's going on. So it's not hard to learn.
Yes.
And it's easy for a family to get into it. So
it's colorful.
It's colorful.
So something that you want to look at.
Yes.
You want to see the beautiful artwork.
Oh, it's colorful all over the place.
Colorful games always get my attention because I like seeing the color. I don't want a game that's bland.
No.
And color grabs your attention and it makes the puzzle that you're putting together, your preserve, beautiful to look at because you may have forest on one side, then you got water over here, and you mix those colors together, and when you finish, you got this beautiful quilt.
Preserve. Yes.
A quilt of a preserve. So
yes. But now Starla's going to tell us about in-game, how you end this thing. So let's go.
After year 3 is scored, the game ends. Tally all in-game points. The player with the most points wins, and there is no tiebreaker. So that's how the game ends.
Yes. Now, the one thing, after every round, you do score the yearly goals.
Yes, the year-end goals.
Yeah, year-end goals. And that's the only thing you score.
Yes.
Now, everything else is at the end game, where you do the animals, any special tiles that you got, the watchtowers, anything like that.
Campsites.
The campsites, you score those.
Yes.
And then it's easy. The person with the most score, with the most points, win the game.
And this game says there are no tiebreakers.
No tiebreakers.
So someone's going to win.
Somebody got to win. Because it goes into, who has the biggest habitats or something like that. So it's really, really cool to, try it out, check it out. It's an interesting game.
It is interesting.
It's really, and I'm gonna love seeing the final product.
Me too.
Yeah, definitely.
Me too.
So family, again, this is a prototype and this is the preview of Habitats. Now it's a Kickstarter campaign coming to you on the March 15th. So go check it out. Again, don't take our word for it. Check it out, research it, and see if your game group or your family will like this game.
Exactly.
So definitely check it out. But I can tell you, it's a good family game.
It is.
Yeah, it is. So definitely check it out. Now, Starla, where can they find OFPG in this beautiful African landscape? Yes.
If you're looking for Our Family Plays Games,
Yes.
you can find us on Facebook,
Yes.
Instagram,
Yes.
Twitter,
Yes.
and right here on YouTube.
Right here on YouTube.
And if you're in Omaha, Nebraska,
That's local.
you can find us on Cox Channel 22.
Yes.
Saturdays at 8:30 p.m.
Yes.
And Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m.
Now, family, thank you so much for joining us on this African adventure. And we thank you for coming. Now, bring in your comments. We love hearing from you. And definitely always know we love you. Bye.
Bye.